Hello, Carl here with Sustainability Theory News. We're over at the Permaculture Research Institute, and they have an incredibly informative article on mulberry trees. Now, there are several varieties of mulberries. They're very popular in Asia. They are mostly grown to feed silkworms, but lots of animals will enjoy eating their berries and their leaves. Their berries can be a good fish bait, especially if there's already a mulberry tree next to a creek, river, or lake. The berries will fall for 6 to 8 weeks at a time during the middle of summer, usually, and the fish will just get used to going there for a nice little snack. So then you can take these mulberries, put on a hook, and catch some fish. But this is more for farming. A tree that's about 20, 30 years old, they estimate, can produce 300 kilograms of berries, but they start producing about 2 to 4 years old, and they only produce a small amount of berries for the first few years of their life. Now, propagating these trees, they claim, can be real easy, but the author of this article says they have not had much luck just taking a branch and putting it in the ground, allowing it to sprout. So I would recommend some rooting hormone at the very least, maybe a tissue culture. They are self-pollinating in the sense that they're pollinated by the wind, and some varieties don't even need pollination to set fruit. They can even change between male and female flowers. The leaves are very distinctive. There's not very many tree varieties that have different shaped leaves on the same tree. So if you see a tree that has some round leaves like this, and maybe they have some mitten shaped leaves like this, or some lobed leaves all mixed together, it might just be a mulberry. And they also talk about using it in a polyculture system, or instead of a monoculture where there's one crop, you grow many crops. This lightly shaded area is the canopy of their white mulberry. They put it over their pig pen, which provides some shelter for the pigs, but also some good berries for the pigs to eat. Again, some animals will eat the leaves, like rabbits. My dad has a pet tortoise that loves the leaves. But some claim chickens love eating the leaves, but this author says that his flock does not touch them. But there are several other varieties that will grow really well underneath a mulberry. Now, this is north facing right here, so the sun in the northern hemisphere will be coming from down here. So you do get some sunlight over here and over here, but directly underneath the tree where there's not much light, you're not going to be able to grow much at all. So I will link to this page in the description if you want to read more about it, because there is so much detail in here. The history, the different cultivars, how to tell between red, white, and black mulberries. One last thing, though, I want to talk about is pruning. If you do have some mulberry trees and you want to take some cuttings of them for cloning or just prune them, the berries will only set on branches that are at least 2 years old, so the second year growth. Unlike grapes, for instance, or raspberries, where they have to be set fruit on the new growth. So don't cut off all your first and second year growth when you start pruning your mulberries, or else you're not going to get any fruit the next year. Again, I will link to this page in the description if you want to read more about it. If you'd like to see more news headlines like this, subscribe to my channel. Have a great day.